And because of this, Jesus said to Peter, "Get behind me, Satan. You are a stumbling block to me. You do not have in mind the things of God, but the things of men." What Peter was saying was, Lord, don't leave me. I'll miss you. Don't go away. Something that we all say in times of death. In times of realizing that people we love are going to die. When it becomes imminent, we say, no, I can't let go. When we come back to this passage, it says, you do not have in mind the things of God and the things of men. You've got to reframe. You've got to see it in a different light. There has to be a deflation of ego on our part. There's something called your personal fable that everyone goes through in their life that is usually rectified sometime during adolescence. That's where the personal fable is that the whole world revolves around you and everything has to do with you. This is most evident in teenage girls when they say, so-and-so likes me and so-and-so likes me, and why does he like me? I don't like him. And the boy's like, who is she? This personal fable, this idea that the whole world revolves around us. And we actually have a whole thought, the whole worldview that's based upon that. That thought that my truth is the truth because it's my truth. But that personal fable has to be busted as well. We each have a worldview. We have a way that we grew up and a way we see the world. But there's one reality. There's one truth. And that truth is found in Jesus Christ alone. And so, Peter had to have his ego deflated, that it's not about you, Peter. It's about the world. It's about the opportunity for all those who have died to have an opportunity to come to me and live. It's an opportunity for all who are living in sin, who are living and dying every day, living in a manner that no one should, to have an opportunity to come to him. Discipleship. True discipleship is what Jesus was continuing to try to teach his disciples. And so you see that in this next part. If anyone would come after me, he must deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Our personal fable has to die. We have to mature. Remember, we looked at a few weeks ago the idea that the people needed milk, not solid food being for the mature. The idea that we needed to move on, that we're spiritually immature, and part of that spiritual immaturity is that idea the world revolves around us, and that everything is about us, and that how dare you, Jesus, die, because it makes me feel bad that you died for my sins. Instead of reframing and saying, I love you so much for doing that I will lay down my life. It's no longer mine. It's yours, Lord. That's part of that commitment that Paul talks about in Romans. That if you confess with your mouth Jesus Christ is Lord, it's not just the words, it's the meaning behind the words. It's not just that we say, okay, Lord, you're Lord. But it's a submission. It's a commitment. It's laying down our life for him. To have that order, just like there is in a kingdom, that a knight or a soldier puts his hand, his life, in the hands of his king, of his Lord. That Jesus Christ is in charge, not me. That Jesus Christ is in charge, not you. Whoever wants to save his life will lose it. Whoever loses his life for me will find it. What good will it be for a man if he gains the whole world, yet forfeits his soul? Or what can a man give in exchange for his soul? The movie we just saw, the book that was written over 100 years ago really gets into this idea very well. Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. What good was it for Marley to die a rich man? What good was it going to be for Scrooge to die a rich man? He sees in the end that his own maid takes from him whatever she can. That the only good that came of his death was the people he was getting money from. People who would not be removed from their homes. What good is it? Lay down your life. Don't be self-centered. Reframe your life. Change your perspective. Instead of thinking, how does this affect me? We begin to think, how does this glorify God? Instead of saying, I do good so that I may go to heaven, we change that to, I do good to glorify God. Because if Jesus Christ is my Lord, the other thing that means is that we are identified with him. That means I am Jesus's. You are Jesus's. All who call on his name are his. And that means everything we do, both in the light and in the dark, represents him. It's just like the teacher who got fired for putting inappropriate stuff on her Facebook page. It wasn't that she could be her own person on Facebook. It was that even when she was on Facebook, she was representing her school. That's why she got fired. That's why she got fired. And so for us as well, and for the disciples as well, part of being disciples is knowing that when we submit to Jesus Christ as Lord, that means that we represent him in everything that we do. And my prayer for myself, and my prayer for you, is that as we walk in each day, that whatever we do, it may not be us that people see, but maybe Jesus that they see. That we can trust him, that we can live in him, that we can know that in addition to that, just like in the Footsteps poem, when we think, when we look back and saw those difficult times and only see one set of footprints, it's not that we were doing it on our own. It was that Jesus Christ was carrying us through it. And so, Jesus Christ carries us and provides for us. And we live for him, and he provides for us, and we do so.